All right, let's talk about a problem that, let's be honest, hits all of us. Our attention. Where does it go? Today, we're going to break down a really simple idea that helps you get it back. And the best part? It's not about trying to have more willpower. It's about building a smarter system for yourself. Let's dive in.
You know this feeling, right? You pick up your phone to check just one little thing, and then you kind of blink, and poof, an hour is just gone. You've been scrolling and tapping away, but you can't even really remember what you saw. It happens to the best of us, and it's a feeling we all know way too well.
But here's something you really need to hear. This is not a personal failure. Seriously. You're not lazy, you're not undisciplined. The digital world we live in, I'm talking social media, streaming sites, all of it. It's literally engineered to grab your attention and not let go. So you're not just fighting a bad habit, you're up against a really powerful system.
Yeah, we can call it the attention trap. It's this environment where the easiest thing to do is almost always the distracting thing. Every single notification, every endless feed, it's all designed to keep you hooked. So how do you get out? Well, you don't fight the design, you use design to fight back.
And that brings us to the big idea for today, friction theory. Now, this isn't some complex psychological trick. It's actually a super simple principle that lets you redirect your own behavior, just by thinking a little bit like a designer. So let's break that down. What's friction? Well, it's just anything that makes a task even a little bit harder to do. And friction theory just says we can be smart about this. We can add or remove these little difficulties to steer ourselves in the right direction. So, if you want to stop doing something, you add friction. You make it harder. If you want to start doing something, you remove the friction to make it almost effortless.
Think of it like this. It's two sides of the same coin. For a bad habit, like mindlessly scrolling Instagram, you're going to build a little wall to make it harder to do. But for a good habit, like maybe reading a book, you build a bridge to make it easier. It's this little push and pull system, and you're the one in control.
Okay, so let's start with the first half of the strategy, adding friction. This is all about deliberately making those distractions a pain to get to. This is how you start to fight back against that design that's meant to hook you in. Here's a super simple way to do it. Pick your #1 most distracting app. You know the one. The barrier you're going to add is the login screen. Just log out after every single time you use it. It forces a pause. The next time you instinctively tap that icon, you're hit with a login page. And that tiny bit of friction, that's often enough to make you stop and ask yourself, wait, do I really need to do this right now?
And this is the whole point. You're not just trying to break a habit. No, you're breaking the frictionless, automated system that was built to create that habit in the first place. You are disrupting the entire loop.
Now for the other side of this whole thing. Because making bad habits harder, that's not quite enough. You also have to make the good habits easier. You've got to pave the road toward the things you actually want to be doing. And this works for anything. You want to work out in the morning? Okay, lay your clothes and shoes out the night before. Zero friction. Want to read more? Put the book right on your pillow, so you literally have to move it to get into bed. Each of these tiny little actions removes a barrier, and it makes the good choice the easy choice. So, when you put it all together, adding friction here, removing it there, what you're really doing is you're becoming an architect. You're not just gritting your teeth and trying harder. You are actively redesigning your own environment to support your goals. And honestly, this is the most important takeaway of all. Willpower, it's a battery and it runs out. But a well-designed system that works for you even when you're tired, even when you're not motivated, by adding and removing friction, you're building a system where focus is just the default setting. So remember this, you have the power to structure your world so it serves your best interests. You're not just a passive victim of distraction. No way. You are the architect. You decide where the doors and the walls go. Okay, so the goal now is to make this real. Don't just think about it, do it. Look at your phone, look at your desk, and just decide what's one simple piece of friction you can add to a distraction or one you can remove from a goal. Right now. I'll leave you with that thought. What's the first barrier you're going to build?